Hi friends, it's Dr. Chelsea Azarcon, and I wanted to take a couple minutes today to talk to you about how Eastern medicine connects us to our bodies. Chinese medicine, it comes from a very, very different perspective than even like a naturopathic medicine perspective. So it describes energies of life force, it describes organs that are correlated with emotions, it describes body patterns as represented by seasons. And this was very different than the traditional Western mindset. It made space for intuition, for listening to our bodies, and for dealing with our emotions when we are working through our health. So as I've progressed in my education and in my learning, I've really come to believe that connecting with our bodies in a spiritual or emotional way is actually one of the most foundational things we can do for our physical health. So we know from amazing scientists that our cells and our nervous systems actually hold our emotions. And we also know from science that we have these brain waves, and they're called theta brain waves. And what theta brain waves do is they connect brain waves that tell us about our external environment with brain waves that tell us about our internal environment. They integrate that information and they create a sense of intuition, of knowing, of spiritual awareness, and emotion. So essentially, theta brainwaves are what connect our body and mind. We also know from science that when that connection happens, really amazing things happen in our body. So things like mindfulness, gratitude, and other positive states of mind have really beneficial impacts on things like anxiety, depression, cardiovascular disease, sleep, and many, many other physical parameters. Conversely, we also know that negative emotions can activate our flight or fight response in our nervous system, which can have all kinds of effects on our body, from things to mood, to digestion, to hormones. It really creates a lot of problems. So Eastern medicine is really amazing. It has many fascinating medical perspectives, lots of interesting treatments, much of it that is still over my head because it's so different from a lot of what we do here in the West. But for those of you just getting started in Eastern medicine, I really wanted to encourage you to begin with the practice of connecting mind and body. I'm going to tell you 3 really simple ways that you can get started doing that. So the first is meditation. If you're somebody who struggles with meditation, I really encourage guided meditations. You can find them on YouTube or on a lot of music streaming services. And the benefit of guided meditations is that you can listen to just the soothing sound of somebody's voice, and then as you build tolerance, you can dive into and follow the meditation. The second thing that you can do is grounding exercises. So sometimes we might be feeling anxiety or some other unpleasant feeling, stress that disconnects us from our body. But if we can still take 5 to 10 seconds to stop, to look around the room, and you start using your senses. So you start noticing what color the walls are, what the chair feels like under you. Do you smell anything? What do you hear? And that is a way of bringing you back into your body. And then the third thing that you can do would be what I call self-soothing exercises. So these would be things that create a sense of safety and pressure to activate your autonomic or rest and digest calming portion of your nervous system. So this could be anything from hugging yourself, insulating yourself with pillows, or even, I really like hand on your heart, hand on your belly. And these very simple actions can connect your mind and your body. And what that does is it acts on a biological level to trigger healing cascades in your body. So just a little chat about some of the amazing things that Eastern medicine can bring us and how there are very simple ways we can integrate that into our everyday lives. See you next week.